Well, what's up, everyone? Deadly TV here. This is kind of a different video. It's kind of more of a just a discussion. I've done a few of these in the past called like Deadly Talks, but this is just something that I've been noticing, like a trend going on in like the YouTube community right now, especially with gaming channels, kind of like burning out. Angry Joe's show is going off the deep end on his audience. And one of my favorite YouTubers, really an inspiration to me. I mean, I used to watch Angry Joe as a kid. Like, he's been around for a long time. And Nerd Cubed recently just was like, yeah, fuck it. I hate this fucking website. And I'm going to take a break for a month. Like, 1 month break off of YouTube. And he knows what that could do to his, I would say, his channel, his reputation, and whatnot, taking that long of a break. Because 1 month on this website is a very long time. And honestly, I can kind of understand why that burnout is happening. Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna play some Streets of Rogue right now. Just something different. I like to play all different kinds of games, and this is a cool one. So I might get sidetracked here. I more than likely will. So, all right. It's basically a game where you go through levels. It's random. I want to do more videos about this game. It's a lot of fun. But anyway, so yeah, Nerd Cute. He's basically like, I'm done with YouTube for now, and I hope he does come back. He said that he might upload a few videos if he's feeling like really inspired, but right now he's just like, it's affecting his mental sanity. And I think the problem is with all these big YouTubers is that they made YouTube a job, and when all that PewDiePie advertiser boycott thing happened, it really affected not only the content that most producers were coming out with, most content creators were coming out with, but it really affected their livelihoods. Like, people, I know that one of the smaller channels I watch, Back Pocket Game Reviews, he actually was able to buy a new car with the money that he was making from his success on YouTube. I mean, his GameStop videos were making millions of views, and back when, I don't know what the CPM was for his videos. I think it's different depending on what kind of video you make and what kind of ads you get on the video. But, a million views might get you a decent amount of money, and especially when you're consistently making videos that are getting put on the front page and it's getting through that algorithm that YouTube loves to not really tell you what's going on about. I mean, I don't know too much about it, to be honest with you, just because I just make videos for the fun of it. I'm not trying to make a living on here, and I'll get to that point again soon. The issue with a lot of these things is that when you're trying to make something like YouTube your livelihood, which is a very volatile thing, a very volatile way to make your living. You go to a job, and not every job is safe. You could go to an office job as an accountant and think that this is my desk job, it's 9 to 5, it's very safe, and you could get fired. Another channel, Barnacles Nerdgasm, he was a Microsoft employee for like 20 freaking years or something, and he got laid off. Like, nothing's safe. So I understand where people are like, oh, like, YouTube's not a real job. It is a real job. They put in a ton of hours, and like Dan from Nerd Cubed, he was putting an obscene amount of hours in, because how the algorithm's working right now, the people that put out daily content are the ones that are kind of being pushed to the front of the video pool, if you will. So he was basically almost killing himself trying to get ahead of the curve here. Now, he's still going to do Twitch streaming. Honestly, I kind of want to look into live streaming as well, because the one thing I like to do about the videos that I do is I like to talk and I like to play games. And with OBS, it's very easy. There's almost no editing, but to render that video down and compress it takes time and makes me not be able to use my computer for a little bit. So with streaming, you just kind of diarrheas onto your computer. Yeah, where my face cam's at right now, it's a really shitty spot. If I was going to play this game for real, not just as a talking video, I'd probably put where the map was at, or in the bottom right hand corner. I could actually probably do that. We're going to put this here. I wonder if that's going to break anything. No, that just turned my... Yeah, see, we're going to go some live here. We're going to put me in the corner here. Okay, we're in the corner now, so you can see some stuff in the game. Because really, my face right now is not important. It's kind of my voice that's important. And the game is just something for your eyes to be happy about. But yeah, YouTube burnout, it's a real thing. And burnout can happen with the types of games you're playing. It could happen with anything. You just hit your breaking point. But the worst part is that is your livelihood. And I don't blame anyone for jumping on the YouTube train and making this their primary source of income. Now, I'm sure some of them are regretting it because they're probably making, like, he said that he made $20, $22 off a video that probably, took him 6 hours to make, 8 hours to make and edit and stuff like that. And that basically made him $22. He said that was like a far cry from what he used to make. Basically, he was making 30% of what he used to make. That's crazy. That's like having a salary job and making $60,000 a year, which is a nice salary to make, at least where I live in America. And all of a sudden they're like, yep, okay, for this year you'll be making 20 grand, which is like basically a minimum wage job. Oh, I fell through the floor. So it's hard to adjust, especially if you're like buying cars. Let's just say a lot of people bought houses with their YouTube money, but when that fell apart, they're getting put into some very, very tricky situations financially, which I don't wish on anybody, honestly. It's a very tricky situation. And I know that a lot of YouTubers, including Boogie2988, are merging to Twitch. I think Twitch is going to be where a lot of the YouTube producers are going to be, just because at the end of the day, they need to make money to survive. And I understand that, but I mean, I make videos. I mean, I make nothing off my videos. I don't care if my videos are advertiser friendly. I don't go with the trends. I make the videos that I want to make. Now, I know in the past I want to make my videos a bit more focused for this channel and maybe start a different one for the music and stuff, but that's just to retain an audience. That's not for me to, because I'm trying to work the algorithm or anything like that. I could really care less about that. So it's really, I feel bad for him, and I feel bad for anyone who's struggling right now on YouTube, who isn't able to provide for their families and who are having a tough time. It's a tricky situation. I mean, regardless of who you are, like, just imagine, oh, god damn it, I'm getting fucked up. Like, just imagine being in a situation where, like, you go to work one day, and let's just say you work for commission, for instance, and you're able to possibly make $60,000, or let's just say a waiter working off of tips. And now, speaking about tips, a lot of these, a lot of the YouTubers like Dan, Angry Joe Show, they have Patreons, they have other, like the Angry Joe Show is kind of like a different kind of beast to tackle. He's basically burnt out from making just angry reviews. He wants to do more things, and his audience kind of turned against him. That's just a different kind of thing. This is about burnout. Yeah. So there's Patreon, which is, I think that's a great way to, as long as the content creator is actually following through with what the audience wants. Yeah, because you're basically being paid by the audience directly to make the videos that they want to see, and they're filling that void that the ad revenue wasn't. And there's also tipping. There's super chats on YouTube, and there's definitely ways to tip people on Twitch. That's very easy to set up. So there's different ways that people have been supplementing that kind of void that YouTube, wow, bombs are dropping, that YouTube has made for people. But yeah, I don't really blame people for being upset that, like, hey, like, this is our livelihoods. I hate when people are like, well, that person should never, and I died. Well, that person should never pick YouTube as a career. I think maybe the right issue here is people falling, when you have no skills other than making YouTube videos and being a YouTube personality, and you didn't go to school or learn a trade or anything like that, and YouTube's all you have. That's how you get put into a bad situation. Like the younger YouTubers that have nothing else but YouTube, that's the issue. When you don't know how to invest your money or save it properly, and you just bought a house and a car and you didn't know how to save it correctly, that's a very scary situation. And that's just irresponsible. This isn't about being irresponsible. It's kind of like an NFL player. They get their $2 million contract, and they start spending. They buy a house, they buy a McLaren, and all of a sudden they get injured, and now they're out, and now they have all these bills and no way of paying it. It's no different than that. It's no different from living above your means and eventually something happening like a layoff or something, and then you're screwed. So I kind of think that argument is kind of void because it really doesn't apply. Like, it sucks, but burnout is a real thing. I mean, I have faced it too, where I want to go excuse me for burping. All this monster I'm drinking. I mean, I faced burnout on this. Like, I remember I want to do one video a day, and I want to do a Let's Play, and I'm like 3 videos in, and I'm like, how the fuck do these people do it? Like, I'm working, going to school, and trying to, do things with my personal life, and like these videos, they are time consuming. It's not just playing video games. It's a little bit of editing, depending what kind of videos you want to make. And the whole YouTube Red thing is just like making split up edited videos that are really time consuming to make. That's almost like not even worth your time anymore. It's just better to make a 20-minute rant video, kind of like what I'm doing right now, instead of like making a nicely crafted edited video. Things have changed on YouTube. Things have massively changed. I've been on the website for a while, as a viewer and as a content creator, and it's sad that the website has come down to this. This is what kind of happens, where it's all about the advertisers getting in the way of the content. And that's what I really don't appreciate, is that I understand they have to put money on the table for their families and to, make sure that they can eat, but it's kind of like, was it actually designed for that? But the advertisers are getting in the way of the content. So it's kind of, I don't know, I'm up in the air about that. It's kind of like people thinking that McDonald's could be a career option. And it could be if you're in a manager position. But, like, some jobs were not designed for careers. And I think YouTube was a good career if you got into it at the right time. You're making good content. Like, I don't know how it's possible to really be a gaming channel and get a huge following anymore and to have this be your career. Maybe you can. I mean, anything is possible. So, yeah, burnout is a real thing. I understand where NerdCube's coming from. I hope he returns refreshed, and I hope he just continues doing Twitch, and I hope YouTube, furthermore, to end this kind of talk, I hope YouTube really gets their act together. I mean, NerdCube has 2 million subscribers. I can only assume how much of his views were generating ads and stuff like that for YouTube, and they care about toy channels and kid-friendly content. That's what YouTube cares about. You say fuck or show anything violent, and it's not advertiser-friendly anymore. You make an off-color joke, not advertiser-friendly. It's ridiculous, and YouTube needs to be more transparent with how they are acting, at least with Twitch. Like what Dan was saying in his like farewell video for now is like Twitch is very transparent, and they will send you actual emails telling you what to do if there's a change that's going to affect your content, or a change on their back end or their front end. So yeah, I think this video has gone on for long enough. I hope you enjoyed it. A bit more laid back approach. Most of my videos are laid back, off the cuff, kind of me rambling while playing a game. So yeah, see you next time on the next video, whenever that may be. Thank you.